Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. My name is Joshabeth Isaacs and welcome to our 25th series on toilet training. What a journey it has been so far. We have been able to release more than 150 lessons across these 25 series. Thank you for all the support given, and don't forget to share and subscribe to our Autism at Home platform and YouTube channel, which we hope to continue providing free online resources for a long time. Now, toilet training is such a big topic, and thank you so much for your patience in waiting for this series. We wanted to ensure that we had released sufficient foundational content on how to teach a child with autism before starting on more complex series such as toileting. Because while we can teach our students a lot, especially in the areas of cooperation, new skills, and so on, there are a few tricky areas that children can completely control, and that includes toileting, eating, and sleeping. And so through this lesson, we will do our best to outline all the necessary steps to take your child with autism through the journey of toilet training. This 8-part series will cover getting ready for toilet training, building tolerance to the toilet, the actual toilet training routine, peeing in the toilet, pooping in the toilet, wiping clean after using the toilet, using the bidet, and finally initiating for toilet and some nighttime tips. So let's get started. Now firstly, pop quiz. Why would toilet training be more challenging for children on the autism spectrum? Due to physical reasons such as gross motor and fine motor challenges? Could it be due to medical reasons such as constipation? Due to challenges with communication? Or due to rigidities? Yes, you got it. The answer is all of the above. Many children with autism may struggle with gross motor and fine motor challenges, as well as have some gastrointestinal issues resulting in constipation. And many may also find it difficult to understand the expectations of going to the toilet, as well as how to communicate for the toilet, and an overall lack of awareness of their bladder and body. Additionally, some individuals with autism may struggle with being flexible and may even be intolerant to even stepping into the toilet, or they may only want to use one specific toilet. And so, how do you know if your child is ready for toilet training? Usually based on age, and usually above the age of 3, because a child needs to have fully developed gross motor skills, particularly in the area of walking and sitting, which are some basic prerequisites to be able to get on the toilet. And also their overall coordination, as they will eventually develop the abilities to pull their pants and undies down and back on up again, as well as to flush the toilet. Secondly is the question of, is this the biggest priority at the moment? This will come back to your child's age, as well as where they are at in their therapy program. A general rule of thumb is we won't start toilet training or food tolerance programs or even sleep training in the first month, or even in the first few months of therapy, as we want to focus on foundational areas of building rapport and confidence, gaining cooperation and flexibility, which will result in our kiddos being more ready for something as challenging as toilet training. However, if your child is above the age of 6 and is getting ready to go to school and the school requirement is to be toilet trained, then we would certainly recommend this to be introduced quite quickly after even the first month of therapy. We would also look out for signs of readiness, such as some of our children may show discomfort with their soiled or wet nappy, or perhaps they're communicating the need to use the toilet. And lastly is if a child has any aversions to the toilet, as this is a sensitive area to teach, and some children may already have huge tolerance issues of going to the toilet or bathroom, and so we will actually be focusing on that in the next lesson. So now let's get ready for toilet training. Here's a list of some of the items you will need. A toilet, of course, preferably a toilet that is brightly lit, a clean and not wet toilet, hopefully a toilet without distractions. We'll explain more of this in lesson 2. Then to purchase a toilet insert and a stool. We usually get these from IKEA, and we would recommend this over a potty, as sometimes it can be quite difficult to teach a child on a potty and then changing it to the real toilet. But if you prefer to start with a potty, you could get that instead. And of course, the teaching materials. A toileting social story and video models, if possible. A toilet packs or visual. You might want to print and laminate like 10 copies of this, because you'll put it on the outside of every toilet door, you put it on the daily visual schedule, the PACS book, and so on. A first then visual. This is to communicate first toilet, then reward. a timer, then a toilet training schedule. This will have the breakdown of the steps of toileting, from going in, pulling pants and undies down, sitting down, peeing, wiping or washing, pulling undies and pants back up, then flushing and washing their hands. And lastly, but most importantly, identifying rewards. We need to pair this challenging task with some strong reinforcement, and be that the iPad, water play activities, we can even use some food reinforcers as well. It would also be good to get some additional fun teaching materials, such as children's books on going to the toilet, perhaps even a baby doll with a potty, and some videos like this cute Elmo video. All these will just help gradually expose your child in a fun way to the concept of going to the toilet. Oh, one more thing you could get ready would be food items that would encourage toileting, which would be things like salty foods, so our kids drink more water and therefore need to practice more often, as well as some fibrous foods, so our kiddos will have easier bowel movements for when the time comes to teach them number twos or poops in the toilet. Now it's your turn. Firstly, is your child ready to be toilet trained? From the areas of age, priority, readiness. Does your child have any aversions to the toilet or bathroom? And lastly, start preparing your materials based on the list earlier. Your toilet, purchase a toilet insert and stool, or a potty if you prefer. Prepare your materials for teaching, the toileting social story and video models, perhaps 10 pieces of printed toilet packs and visuals, a first then visual, a timer, a toileting visual schedule, and rewards. Fun teaching materials such as books, dolls with potty, videos, and the list goes on, as well as relevant foods like salty foods as well as fibrous foods. Well, there you go, a general introduction on toilet training. Do stay tuned for the next lesson, which will be all about building tolerance to the toilet. Thank you very much for your support. And with the amount of interest we have received online, we have actually started providing online services and currently work with clients in other states of Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Switzerland, Indonesia, China, and Brunei. Do get in touch with us for more information by scanning this QR code. And if you haven't already, do check out our online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the lesson videos, corresponding articles, and downloadables available for you for free. Stay updated through our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Do click on the subscribe and follow buttons to get more information. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.